Okay, here we are. We're live again. We're live again for part 3. Part 3 of the adventures of the Swamp Donkey Bikers. And look, they're here with me. Let's maximize this. So good evening, gentlemen. How are we?
Excellent, Graham. How are you, buddy?
I am fine. I am fine and dandy. Thank you very much for asking. It has been, you were just saying in the green room there, we like to call it the virtual green room. The last time I spoke to you, you were in Romania. Can I just say, and I hadn't realized when I spoke to you, that where you stayed in Romania was the exact same place that I stayed when I visited Romania as a small child. 1980, I think I would have been 8 or 9, probably 9. And I visited Mamaia with my family. And I can still remember the very the very Russian feel to it. Not that I've been to Russia, but the very kind of communist feel to it as well. And when you had said that it was Mamaia you stayed, I thought, what are the chances? I knew the capital was Constanta or Constanza, is it? Is that right?
Constanta, yeah, it was the town. Yeah.
And then you stayed in Mamaia. So that was the last time that I spoke to you. And you were setting off the next day bright and early because you had a day off, and you were setting off up towards sort of Bucharest, I think, and beyond. I think, how many countries have you managed to fit in since I spoke to you?
Since we last spoke, we've done Romania, Hungary, Bulgaria, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Finland, Norway, and Sweden.
Slovakia's in there.
On Slovakia as well.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's hit me with the stats then, Davey.
10,910 kilometers to where we are now. So basically 5,000 kilometers left to do.
Oh wow. I thought that tonight, Matt, I thought we were about sort of homeward stretch, but not quite, is it?
No, we got the 5-city tour now to come up.
Wow.
The 5-city tour is Stockholm, Oslo, Copenhagen, Berlin, and Prague.
Right.
Can't beat those 5 cities.
I'm kind of not surprised that you left them towards the back end.
Yeah, that's it. Going back to Romania, Pinky, about what you're saying about the communist vibe and that. You get that through the villages and towns still. You can see the old remnants. But where we stayed and where you stayed back in the 80s, it is completely regenerated into luxury apartments, tourist facilities. It is amazing what Romania has done.
Wow.
And I can only imagine since the 80s when you were there and since we were there only last week or so, the difference, or 2 weeks ago, is chalk and cheese, mate. It's unbelievable. Romania is fabulous place.
So it was. So you set off from Mamaia.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like you said, I think you reeled off about half a dozen countries there since then.
Yeah, we headed towards. We were heading towards the Transfergrassen pass and the Transalpina to do those 2 roads through the passes, but they were closed and the weather was awful through there anyway. It was snowing, and so we went up towards the pass to see if they were available, to see if we could do them. No chance. So we got through Romania through the smaller passes through the mountains, which was fantastic riding, absolutely amazing, into Hungary. And we literally just crossed Hungary. We spent a few hours in Hungary into Slovakia, and we stayed off in Slovakia for the night. So Romania, we headed up straight into Slovakia.
Right. Okay. And so that was an overnighter in Slovakia?
Yeah, overnighter in Slovakia. Lovely hotel. They had a bowling alley in the hotel. So that was a good night.
€2 a beer.
€2 a beer, yeah.
So you pushed the boat out and had 2 each, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, after two, we were just flaked. We were exhausted.
So €2 a beer, that's not bad, is it?
It's not
That's
bad
not
at all.
Slovakia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from
Fan-
Slovakia, we headed north into Poland, into Warsaw, and
Yep.
we camped out in the center of Warsaw, down by the river, where you could see the bridges in Warsaw. Warsaw is an amazing, amazing city. I was blown away by Warsaw. I didn't know what to expect, that way.
Yeah.
And it has this communist vibe with a Western culture. And
Right.
I'm finding a lot of towns and villages are like that now through the countries we've been through, especially through the Balkans and so forth. But Warsaw, up and coming, modern city, beautiful buildings, and the old and the new mixed together, Western and communism and culture. It was brilliant, absolutely amazing place.
So was that another overnight stay?
Yeah, stayed overnight in Warsaw. As I said, we camped in Warsaw, down by the river, and then we headed north directly through Lithuania. So to get into Lithuania, you've got Russia on your left-hand side and Belarus on your right-hand side. So you literally have a little gap to go through, one road to go through. If Google Maps had messed us up there, we were. Well, I'll save the bombing range till we get to Latvia. We were bombed out of Latvia. Oh, you haven't heard about this one?
No.
Yeah, we pulled up to a non-existent campsite in Latvia, just outside Riga, and we couldn't find the campsite that was mentioned on Google Maps, so it was gone. So we're going up and down this little road trying to find. And a farmer was there, and we pulled over, and I started talking to the farmer. I says, "Is there a campsite?" He says, "No campsite around here." Next minute, this huge explosion goes off, and it rocks the ground beside us. And what? And I said to the farmer, who had little English, I said, "What was that?" He said, "Oh, the army." I went, "Oh, okay. Which army?" So we ended up about 4 or 5 fields down the road from where the farmer was. We pitched up a tent while camping in Latvia, and the bombs are going off in the next field just down from us. And these are huge explosions. And me and Davey are looking at each other going, we know the army can miss. So, and that lasted till about midnight. Bombs were going off until midnight in our campsite. So it was, it was hilarious. Absolutely.
And what was it? Practice?
Must have been. They were setting off some ordnance, and they were starting again 7 o'clock the next morning. They were off again.
Jeez.
So we hightailed it. We packed up and hightailed it out of there.
I was going to say, I bet you didn't sleep in that morning.
No. Cup of coffee and we were gone.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So on the road then. What was that day's traveling like then?
We then were heading towards the ferry,
Estonia,
to Tallinn.
Yeah.
Again, beautiful weather. Oh, I got to have a shout out to Kostas in Greece, where we stayed 2 hours north of Athens in this seaside village. The owner of the bar, Kostas, is also a fisherman.
Okay.
And he recommended this app called Windy, and it is the most amazing weather app I've ever come across for radar throughout the whole of Europe. It has been. We haven't got wet since.
Oh, right.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. So we're dodging because of that app. We're able to dodge all the weather.
So today,
including today, because today we have the rest day in Sweden because of the weather, and it's been lashing rain all day outside, and we've been laughing because we're not on the bikes. So it's absolutely spot on. So thank you, Kostas. If you ever get to watch this, thank you very much for that tip. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. So on the whole, I did see a couple of videos that had affected the recording on the bike, or it was just, I'm guessing it kind of ruins it when you're recording pretty much just straight into the rain. So I'd seen a few bits of that, but has it been on the whole, weather's been okay, bar
since we got the app, we haven't been wet. It's been fantastic. It's been absolutely glorious. We've been diverting our routes to suit the weather, because we've got a direction. We've no particular areas we want to go to. We've got a direction. I mean, Nordkap was the big one. The 4 areas was Croatia, the Adriatic, along the Adriatic Road there in Croatia, the Athens, the Black Sea, Bulgaria, Black Sea, Romania, and then Nordkap. And everything in between was a huge bonus. You know, you had to go that to get those 4 directions, you had to go through an awful lot of countries and see an awful lot of things. So they were the 4 main points. And Nordkap, we hit Nordkap on the sunniest day you could ever imagine. And that's in the last video. It was absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. I mean, you know, Pinky, Scotland, Ireland have got amazing scenery, but you see on a hazy grey day, it just looks horrible, you know.
Yeah,
so we wanted to see this. Yeah, we wanted to make sure. So we done 2,800 kilometers just to get there for the sunny days, because we knew it was going to be sunny on that day, or the couple of days leading up to it. So yeah,
and worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
Incredible.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, as I said in the video, the road up to Nordkap knocks Croatia on the head. The only difference is you can guarantee the summer weather in Croatia. You just cannot guarantee the weather up there, and it can change within minutes because of where location it is. So to have that day and to do those roads, the 500 kilometers or so roads that we did up to Nordkap and back down again, phenomenal. Absolutely amazing driving experience, as well as the scenery.
Oh, fantastic. So in terms of new favorite countries or places to like revisit,
I would go back to Estonia. We didn't get enough of Estonia, but Finland took me by surprise. I was really surprised with Finland. Again, I don't know what I was expecting there, but we stayed at this little farm and it was so basic. We were taking water out of a well. The hut we were living in was a mixture between half sauna and half bedroom. There's cows, sheep, goats, cats, dogs, everything. It was just so basic. And we had a fire pit for our cooking stove, and that was it. So that was one of the great adventures. And then we followed, that was after the wild camping in Latvia as well. So Finland was actually really nice. Took me by surprise. The scenery's phenomenal.
Yeah, we got off the ferry about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that place, the farm, was about 2 hours north of Helsinki, where we stayed. Lovely spot, and it was just a great welcome to Finland. You know, It was an Airbnb. It was a sauna hut, so we had a sauna in our room basically, and an outside toilet. And it was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Look at the Facebook for the toilet pictures.
Yeah.
Right. what video number is that on?
I think that's about 15 or 16.
Literally sawdust. It's a hole and sawdust over the top.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What are we up to now? About 17?
The 17 that's gone in, yeah. Yes.
17. Right. Okay. Oh, I've not got that many to catch up on then. So what about food? What about food? That many countries. Is there anything in terms of food? Have you tried anything new that is noteworthy?
Not really. We haven't. We've been because
we looked at the reindeer stew.
Oh yeah,
we looked at that. Sort of
didn't bother.
We didn't bother. You know, so it's sort of.
And they are buggers for the road. We nearly came a cropper.
Literally hundreds of reindeer come across.
Reindeer. Then, you know, the deer in Scotland and Ireland, they're elegant, they're fast, they'll get out of the way. Yeah, they'll skip and go. These are clumsy. They're just, and they'll walk in front of your bike like or your car. It's astounding, amazing. But,
and these are the ones that are supposed to get up off the ground on Christmas Eve as well.
It must be their day. That's the only day of the year that they can do something, because
they have to rest and relax for 364 days of the year to allow them to go supersonic.
We actually, speaking of Christmas, we did the Christmas village on the Arctic Circle.
Oh, lovely.
Heading from the farm, it took us north of the Arctic Circle. So we stopped off in the Lapland Christmas village. Amazing place. So we got some photographs there with the Arctic Circle. But we didn't see the sunset until we came back down. So
all right.
To last night. Last night was the first time we've seen darkness in about 4 days, 4 or 5 days.
Oh wow.
It's the land of the midnight sun. It was absolutely amazing. Like 2:30 in the morning, Davy's gone across. We stayed in these riverside cabins, and the toilets were just across the way from our cabin. 2:30 in the morning, Davy goes across for his old man pee, and it's sunshine, so amazing.
I love that. I'm quite sure there's a number of people that will watch that will.
Yeah.
You're not on your own there, Davy. It's usually about 3 o'clock for me.
You see?
Oh, and the place we stayed, Graham, sort of, we met the owner. He came across, we'd cooked our food. He says, "Oh yeah, just the other day, there's some bears down here, sort of, with a couple of cubs." And he just said it so nonchalantly, and he just says, "Just don't go near them."
Yeah, especially if they got cubs. Yeah.
Yeah, because of course the default reaction if you saw a bear would to go up and like give it a hug, right? Oh, brilliant. Oh, it's fantastic. So, okay, so no reindeer stew, Christmas village. What about I don't want to say any low points, because I know that you're very positive guys, even amongst the rain. You just kind of take it on the chin, get on with it. That's what you do, right? But have there been any frustrating moments? I don't know if I asked you this last time. Have there been any bite your tongue moments?
Oh no, it's I think the Transfergassen Pass and the Transalpina Pass,
That
was frustrating.
Yeah.
We did get onto them, but we didn't get as far as we wanted to and do the whole pass. So it's that was a little frustrating. However, the roads in Romania were superb, and they're windy, and it was just lovely. So it's sort of it wasn't too disappointing. It was quite, and because of that, we ended up getting a good day up at the Nordkapp. So it's
all balances out in the end.
If we had stay to done the Transfergassen Garrison and the Transalpina Pass, it would have meant an extra day in Romania, which meant it would have been raining yesterday up in Nordkapp.
Right. Okay.
Up there. So
it all kind of works out.
Yeah. Arctic hares. We've come across the Arctic hare. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Slipping across the roads. Yeah. This white, Davy spotted it first.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then the grouse. The grouse just do not get off the road, do they?
I was literally following a grouse flying along for about 100, 200 meters. Sort of, it was just flying away. Just letting me follow it behind. It was incredible.
They just don't. They don't bother. I don't think that they have the perception to kind of know. Do they? The grouse, pheasant. They just they just do their thing. I can. Case in point, and this was coming back from Karen's sisters about 3 years ago. We were on the A68, I think it was. Lovely road up through Coldstream, and on the road at one point there was nothing on the road. It was a lovely sunny evening, and I just all of a sudden I felt this boom, thud, and what had happened was pheasant had literally been. I don't know whether it was. I think it must have been flying, as you'll find out. It hit the front grille of the car, but because I didn't see anything or feel anything afterwards, I kind of thought it's a bird. It's something's hit. It's okay. There was didn't look like there was any other problem with the car, so we just kept driving. We arrived home, and we had to stop off for milk. And we thought, as we came in off the motorway, nearest place to go, straight into Bathgate. And as we pulled in and we were driving through Bathgate, through the town, and there were people pointing at the car. There were people waving at us and people shaking their head in disgust at us. Literally, I mean, every other person as we went through. And I thought, what on earth is all this about? We turned in to the shop. We got out the shop to get milk, and I thought, I'll have a look. And I looked at the front of the car, and a pheasant had actually managed to go in arse first to the grill. It was dead as a doornail, but it looked as if it actually looked as if I had mounted a pheasant on the grill of the car. Its head was sticking out like that. It was almost like it had just embedded itself and its head was sticking out almost as if it was looking. So all these people, it didn't look as if it had just flown straight in. And here's the funniest thing about it. I got out the car and there was a woman came up to me and said, "Here," I said, "only in Bathgate. What are you going to do with it?" And I said, well, first of all, I'm going to pull it out. And then I don't think I'm going to bury it. Why? Do you want it? And she went, "Are you kidding?" She went, and she pulled out a shopping bag, and said, "Stick it in there." She said, "And I'll take it to the butcher's." And I kid you not, this woman, I pulled this pheasant out, whipped it into the bag, and she walked off with it. To this day, she might have had a splendid meal. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. So, any other wildlife of note?
No, the reindeer are keeping us occupied, keeping us on our toes, because they just sprint across that road. They really, you just can't tell which way they're going to go, and you do not want to hit one of them. You really don't.
I remember that focus on a motorbike is very, very different to that within a car as well. So, no more mad dogs, Davey.
No, not this time.
No,
we made it out of Romania.
Yeah,
so it was safe.
Yeah, we haven't seen any wild dogs since then.
So had a lot of wolves.
A lot of wolves not last night, night before.
That's a place where the bears were.
A lot of wolves howling.
Right.
What day is it? Today is Wednesday, so Monday night was howling wolves.
Nice.
And we had the bonfire going. We had the fire going by the river, and yeah, we're hearing these wolves, and we're going, "Ooh, hello!" It's not just one wolf. There was a whole pack of them. There's at least you could hear 10 different types of wolves going on, calling each other or whatever they're doing. But yeah, howling. It's amazing, absolutely amazing.
I'm kind of guessing though that wolves, once you've been traveling through bombs, you probably
blase
about it. Yeah.
Wolf. Well, I love wolf.
We got warned about the snakes as well because they're just coming out season.
Yeah, they're coming out
of season.
Out
so
to play.
Got told which ones were poisonous, which ones weren't.
Yeah,
that was.
Okay. Have you not seen any yet though?
No? We've not seen any. But it's that time of year where they start waking up, and he sort of just said, "Be careful."
Yeah. Just another thing to be careful about.
Yeah, there's one particular one that is poisonous. Well, not deadly poisonous, but you need to get a cortisone injection after because you just blow.
Right.
But yeah, so there's a few things to look out for, but we're lucky with accommodation wise. Like it got very cold up here. We were waking up to 0 to 2 degrees. There's snow still on the ground. It's melting heavily now, but all the way up to Nordkap, there's snow on either side of us all the way through and up the mountains, and it looked amazing. But
wow,
nothing on the roads, thank God. So no ice or whatever. It is melting.
Oh, that's good. It sounds like both a combination of the choosing the right time to go, but the app that your pal Costas has recommended,
absolutely,
sorted you out a treat.
Brilliant.
So, it looks very nice where you are this evening. It looks like a very nice room with a very nice backdrop there, with a nice lake or something or other.
It's a comfort inn. It's a comfort inn. You're saying hotel, yeah. We had a down day today, so off the bikes today. I did a lot of work on the bike this morning. I got my chain all sorted, tightened up the panniers, got my hair cut, got a Swedish massage.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. My shoulders were in bits. Got that work done. Got loads of stuff, all the admin stuff done today. Really relaxed. But yeah, we're staying in the comfort inn. We leave here tomorrow. Because of the rain today, we knew today would be best. We haven't had a rest day since Romania, since we were talking this last. So this is our rest day today since Romania.
Yeah. And
then we're full on from tomorrow morning again. But yeah, good day today.
Brilliant. So before you
Umaya.
Sorry?
Umaya. Umea, Umeå. It's a city actually in Sweden. It's on the Gulf of Bothnia, just on the coast of the Gulf of Bothnia.
Yeah.
That's where we're staying last night and tonight. This is our last night here.
And then it's on the road tomorrow.
On the road to Stockholm tomorrow. We've booked a lovely Airbnb in Stockholm. So it's Stockholm, Oslo, Copenhagen, Berlin, Prague are the 5 next cities.
Bruges.
And possibly Bruges. 6.
Bruges.
Because Davey's never seen the film In Bruges. And I was telling him about today.
No, you've never seen that film?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I say funny. I mean, it's very black humor, very. But Colin Farrell is amazing, and I can't remember the other dude's name, but he's even better.
Brendan Gleeson.
Who is it?
Gleeson.
Brendan Gleeson. That's it. He's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Oh yeah.
I've just done a film, The Banshees of Inisherin. They've just done another one together, and that was amazing.
Of course, I watched that after you had recommended it. Karen and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's again another black humor. I think it's the same director actually of In Bruges and Banshees. I'm not sure, but to get them two together again, it was amazing, brilliant.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think, and it was, when you think of what was going on at the time. It was just, I thought it was so well done, very well done.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you hit the road tomorrow for another plethora of European cities. I did mention about the backdrop and your current domicile for the last few days, and you have spoken a little bit about some of the accommodation that you've stayed in. So I know that most of it has been absolutely bang on. It's all been fantastic, even when you've done the camping. Anything else to mention in terms of accommodation, Davey?
I will. We stayed in the Amityville House of Horrors the other night.
I booked the accommodation.
David booked the accommodation. I had the directions in my sat nav, and it was directly to the house. And basically, the last bit of direction was to the end of this road, take a left, and it's on your right. I'm in front, and I take the left, and I see the house on the right, and I says, that can't be it. The sat nav is saying, this is it. And I'm saying, no, that can't be it. That's not a guest house. That's not a B&B. That's not a hotel. That's not a place where people stay. So I went past it, and I hear in my ear, Davey saying, no, Andy, this is it. And I went, you're joking me. So I had to turn around, and I see him go down the driveway of this Amityville House of Horrors. And I pull up beside him. I look at him. I go, are we staying here tonight? And all I see is this figure in the window up top, the woman in the house up top. And I go, oh my good God. Oh no. So anyway, it turns out it was nice inside, but the church chapel thing, or cult room, I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, in the front room. But yeah, it was.
I saw the picture. It was actually decked out. Did you ask her about it, or did you just think?
She took over. It was abandoned for 30 years, and she actually has some high technology heating system in there and airflow system. It looks really. I mean, she must have sealed the whole house for these systems to go in. Because it's really, really warm inside. I mean, at the end of the day, it needs a good lick of paint outside, would be my analysis of it. But inside, it's fairly modern, and all the technology is there from this airflow and heating system that she has in there.
And may I add, after all the criticism, his quote, best sleep he's ever had.
I did sleep well. After I got over the rattling chains and the creaky floorboards and the ghost-like figures.
Oh, Andy, Davey won't say this to you, but you can't coach that.
You can't coach that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, and Andy's, I don't know if Andy's one of his favorite sayings at the end of the day, it gets dark. You heard that saying?
Yes.
A few times.
tried to say it the last 4 days.
Can't say it because at the end of the day, it doesn't get dark up there.
Completely light, yeah. No dark at all.
Yeah.
That must be, all joking aside, that must be quite weird. And I'm not just saying this so that we can go back to talking about Davy's Old Man P. But it must be quite weird that when you have absolutely, literally zero darkness.
And to
It's
throw
almost like-
another spanner in the works, there's a 2-hour difference from Finland, and then it goes to a 1-hour difference with Norway and a 1-hour difference with Sweden. So when we crossed the border, because we went Finland, Norway, we lost an hour. We then Norway back into Finland under the border of Sweden, but we still lost 2 hours. And then into Sweden, we gained back an hour. And then to throw all the brightness and non-darkness in the play, it was just our sleep pattern and our timings were all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know how the lightness. I mean, we try and dark out as much of the room as possible because the sun it's just brightness coming through the windows all the time.
And how has that been your Amityville being your best night's sleep? How has the lack of sleep or disturbed sleep or the change in time zones, how has that affected your sort of general energy levels? Are you still fairly chipper, the two of you? Are there any of the journeys that you've been just really exhausted?
Yesterday, before today, obviously, that is yesterday. I needed the break. I was shattered. You know what I mean? It was really, so today came at the right time for us. And because we've been chasing because of the weather, now's the time to slow down a little bit and enjoy a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hence why we're going to the cities. We're going to go and have a look around. So we've done the key things we need to do now.
Yeah.
Let's go and enjoy the rest of it rather than...
He wants to go to the ABBA Museum in Stockholm tomorrow.
The what museum?
ABBA.
The ABBA Museum.
Yeah.
Aye, crack on. Did you get a chance to watch Eurovision on Saturday night?
No, we heard Sweden won.
We heard Sweden won.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Britain came second last or something.
Yeah, second last. This
Ireland
is what
didn't
happens.
even get through to it.
Sorry?
We didn't even get through. Ireland didn't even get through the semi-finals to it.
No, do you know, I thought last week that I would listen to some of the entries, and if there were any like decent ones, I mean, define decent. Given my taste in music, I wasn't sure whether or not I would be partial to them. I listened to a few of the tunes and thought, if there's any decent, I'll play them on the radio show. I listened to the Ireland entry. And I actually, out of the songs that I listened to, I thought that was a fairly all right song. And then because the way that they're working it is that they had the semi-finals during the week, and somebody had said to me, "Oh, Ireland didn't make the final," and I thought, "Crikey, if that's a song that I thought was good." So I ended up on my radio show. I played the Strokes instead of a Eurovision entry. So, but no, I hope you enjoy the ABBA Museum if you go.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there was anything political about Sweden winning to coincide with next year's Eurovision event that will take place in Sweden. That coincides with the 50 years since ABBA won it.
Well, in fairness, yeah, there probably is a conspiracy there, but it was probably the best song. It was the bookies' favorites as well. So
was it the favorite? Was it?
Oh, yeah, it was the hot favorite. So
oh, there you go.
They usually get it right.
So is David going to get his way? Are you going to go to the ABBA Museum?
Oh, absolutely. Got to do a bit of Mamma Mia.
I love the way how he's pointing this at me. It wasn't me that mentioned the ABBA Museum.
I think you'll enjoy that as well, Mr. O'Hare.
A bit of Bjork going on there. Benny.
Oh,
I haven't had a shave since I left Dublin. You can see it on each of the videos coming through. I wasn't going to do the videos at all.
Yeah.
That was a last minute thing. And I'm sort of grown into them. I've never watched the camera or pointed the camera in my face before. So I'm starting to get used to that. But initially, a girl at work said it to me before I left. I had a meeting with the team before I left. And she said, "Are you going to do the videos?" And it was him and Han And I just literally grabbed the Apple laptop before I left, literally an hour before I left, and packed it. I says, I'll take it anyway. If it happens, it happens. And we've enjoyed doing them.
Yeah.
We really have. So bit of fun.
It's been enjoyable to watch the ones that I've seen, and actually, I thought it was Dave's cameo the other day. I thought that was great. Seeing as Andy's been hogging all the airtime.
It is. It's a different thing when you throw a camera in your face and you got to talk. It does take a bit of use to it, and because I've got the cameras and he was doing his thing.
He loves it. He loves it.
I do now. Well, I don't mind it now because I'm just telling the story. And it just started out as a family thing, family and friends thing, just to keep a diary for ourselves.
Yeah.
Like David keeps his own personal diary. He writes in his own diary every day. So he's doing that side of things. He's writing his diary. And I thought, well, I'll do it. I'll just do the camera and keep a diary, because you do forget things, and it's nice to be able to look back on one of the episodes. Oh, remember we stayed there. Oh, just bringing back memories, you know.
It is, and there'll be things that you'll capture. It's I think as somebody that writes in a journal most days, there are things that it's the details. It's the things that you can look back, that you can watch in some of the videos that you might just forget. And the fact that you've got those videos, it acts as a travel log. It's there. You can watch it back at any point in time. I think it's brilliant. Yeah. I think it's fantastic.
The other thing it's doing, which we've got feedback from, is it's inspiring people.
Yes.
I didn't realize that, and David didn't either. And one of the people that is inspiring is my son Sean, and that is hugely important to me, because apparently he went down and opened a credit union account to start saving for his travels.
Oh, wonderful.
So I'm just over the moon with you, Sean, and I can't wait to see you again, buddy. And to my wife and my daughter Amber, love you to pieces, and I can't wait to see you. And thanks a million for letting me do this and go with this. And to my job as well, for giving me the time off to do this. Absolutely brilliant. Thanks a million if you're watching or ever do get to watch.
It is. It's the people in the background absolutely deserve it of a shout out, because it's been a how long has it been now? How long you been away?
Fourth week now.
Fourth week.
Yeah.
Right. Just starting our fourth week. Yeah.
Just starting our fourth week. So.
And it is. Listen, I'll be honest with you. You've got me thinking as well. I love a challenge, and I've been just listening to what you were saying there about you've been after the chase, and it's time to, you needed a break, and it's great to take that break, but just to kind of decompress a little bit, and actually enjoy to record some stuff, but to reflect on that part of the journey as well. And I have been considering what I might do next. I think I know, but at the same time, I'm just enjoying watching the updates, and catching up with you has been absolutely brilliant. I mentioned chasing there. I actually thought that you had said chafing, Davey. But I'm pretty sure I saw something on social media about the Vaseline has been out again. Has this been a problem?
Oh, yes. Oh my, a little bit too much information, but yes. There's like sores and blisters.
You do get
saddle
sore. Yeah, it is. It is.
Listen, this is what people need to hear, though. It's a wonderful thing to inspire people, but how many times have people been inspired by people doing, events, and they go into it a little bit blindsided? I think it might be too much information, but I think that chafage is an important thing that people should know if they're going to undertake a 10,000 mile bike ride.
Yeah, I think we said it last time, Graham. Sort of what you see on the videos and everything is all the highlights.
Yeah,
you don't get to see the lashing rain and sort of sitting in that bike. It was almost 10 hours the other day. You know what I mean? Sort of, and you wondered why you got so much Vaseline to use.
Like we're enjoying every single minute of it, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Like this is a challenge. This has been tough. This is like 10, 11 hours in the saddle. driving against the wind and the rain in Stuttgart and the rain into Albania and Greece. There's tough times, and the concentration level has to be there 100% every minute of the day. You have to take your regular breaks, which then extends the day even longer. Like you get your route in the morning, we decide what we're doing, and Google Maps says to you it's 8 hours, but that 8 hours turns into 11 hours because you have to stop for petrol, because your breaks, your food breaks, your toilet breaks, and so forth. So they're long days, but my God, what we've seen, what we've done, it's all been worth it. Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, brilliant! And how have the bikes been? You mentioned that you'd managed to get the chain fixed and a few other bits and bobs on the bike. How have the bikes been for you?
So the bikes have been almost perfect.
I don't want to. These touch wood.
Yeah, touch wood. Sort of Andy's chain was a little bit loose, so he wanted to just tighten that up. So that's the only thing that we've had to do, apart from oil our chains.
The Tigers. I might do a piece on the video on the two bikes. They're two exact same bikes, except one's an off-road version, one's a road version. The two Tiger 900s, Triumph Tiger 900s, and they're absolutely, so far, as I said, touch wood, they've been flawless. And they, with the triple engine, they'll tow a house up a hill. They're unbelievable. They're fantastic bikes. They really are. So yeah. So far so good. No complaints about that. And I might do a technical detail on the bikes in the video, one of the videos, and show people, because people are interested in what we carry on the bikes, how we organize our stuff, and how we pack it all up. And people who are not into bikes as such would like to know sort of that sort of thing. People who are into bikes and do this sort of traveling, they know exactly what our setup is. So,
it was one of the.
You've seen my dashboard. I've got the whole. That's the UCAJ, E-Rapids, short range, asthma. Everything is up there, mate. Everything.
I know. You have to remember, I've seen that your homework set up as well with your 16 monitors.
Very true.
It's like the man works in IT. The man, you've got stocks and shares all across. Yes, a lot of stuff. It does interest me as well, because I bought a set of panniers for my bike, as in push bike, a number of years ago, with the intention of actually packing it up and going on a bit of a bike ride camping adventure, which never happened. But seeing, I think it was certainly within the first couple of weeks, there was one of the videos that you had. It was, in fact, it's probably happened a few times, where you panned round the room, showed the bedroom on the video, and this is the stuff, and the amount of stuff that was there. I was like, oh my Lord, and it's a long trip, so you need a lot of gear. But then actually seeing the bikes, it does kind of beggar belief how it actually goes on. It must be like putting together an intricate jigsaw puzzle to actually get it all on and to get it in the right. And I'm guessing balance is very important. So you're gonna have to spread the weight out so that you don't fall off the bike, right?
Oh, absolutely. The balance is most important on a bike, and that's where, like, you've got two panniers either side. They've got to be balanced. You've got your pannier on the back. That's got to be pretty toned in weight wise. It can't be too heavy. Once you're doing wheelies up the road. And then you've got your camping gear is usually what you put on the back seat. That's all your camping stuff. So it's your sleeping bag, your tent, your mats and all that. That's the back thing. The way I've set up mine is one pannier is all my kitchen stuff. So I can pull over, I have a cup of tea anywhere, everything to do with tea, coffee, milk, sugar, stove, everything is in that pannier to do with the kitchen, including the fire and all that. The back box is my clothes. That's my suitcase, basically, clothes and wash gear. So I can just take that off. And I stay in a hotel like this, I just take that off, and that comes with me as a suitcase. The other pannier then is all your tools, spare equipment, any sort of puncture repair stuff, battery stuff is all in that pannier. And then your tank bag usually has your important documentation and a few bits and pieces to be having along the way. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the
yes. Crikey, I don't know. Well, we are going. Where are we going? Where are we going tomorrow? Did you say again? Remind me.
Stockholm.
Stockholm. Oh,
Mhm.
yes, of course. And the ABBA Museum. Yes. How did I forget that? Right. Okay. So I think I've got one or two more questions before I let you go. In terms of the more serious side of things, obviously you're having a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool stories. Amityville. I'm gonna continue to regale people with that. Because the photo was great. However, the slightly more serious side to this is obviously it is a big jolly. You have thanked a number of people that are in the background that have meant that you can actually go and do it, which is wonderful. But we're trying to raise some money for charity as well here, and we've spoken a little bit about the charities on here. So in terms of progress, how have we been getting on? Have we managed to raise any more money since we last spoke?
I've had a little bit more added to my total, so it's sort of I think I'm going to be breaking through the 1,500 soon. So, and that was always my target, £1,500.
And that's fantastic, right? £1,500.
Yeah, and I'm up to nearly 800 on mine. I'm happy with that. But as I said, give £1, give €5, €10, whatever you can afford. There's people giving over €100. It's fantastic. I'm Davey's got the Scottish mental health side. I've got the Irish one, the Pieta House. So on the Just Giving page, donate what you can, guys. Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic. Wonderful. Okay, gentlemen, if we have time for one homeward stretch, I'm not gonna suggest that must happen. You've got 5 or 6 big cities there. So are you? When's the next day off that you're taking? Have you got another day break?
I think it's all going to depend on the weather.
Yeah.
We've got a plan. We're looking at 10 days to complete the cities in total.
Right.
And then we could be back in the UK, but then it's another couple of days in the UK to get home.
Right.
So that's just a guide.
Yeah.
If we ended up, the weather's okay to Copenhagen. We've looked, it seems to be okay, but if we get caught up in bad weather in Berlin, we may bunker down in Berlin for a day.
Right.
May end up in Prague for an extra day.
Fantastic.
Yeah, if we have to.
Well, if we get a chance, if Wi-Fi plays, we can catch up. If not, we'll keep sharing these videos and try and just boost that total up a little bit. But lads, absolutely outstanding. Not just in the determination, in that ironclad mindset there to get up every morning, because I know that there'll be mornings, especially when the Vaseline's been in extra force, that it would have been quite easy to lie in. And maybe not travel, especially when the weather's rotten. I understand that Amityville probably didn't take too much, although you did say it was the best night's sleep. So all is well. But fair play to you for because it's absolutely, it's a mammoth journey. I will let you go and get your beauty sleep or a beer, whatever that may be, and I'm off to let Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman know that their next series is canned because it's going to David Marshall and Andy O'Hare. Absolutely brilliant. Gentlemen, any messages before we wrap up for this evening?
A thanks to you, Grim, for helping promote the mental health side of things. It's been a pleasure chatting with yourself. You know what I mean, and helping raise that awareness has been a big sort of a part of our challenge. And then the usual thanks from myself is really to what I said last time, to the family, Shirley and Jake, who are back home, surviving without me, but only just, I believe. So it's and the support that they're getting around as well. So it's all the people in the background that we need to thank and support for this.
Absolutely. As I said, I've given my family and my wife, my son Sean, my daughter Amber, and all the family around us that are helping them as well. Fantastic. And to my job as well, that allowed me to do this. I know people are watching in from the job, watching the videos, following us along the way. Hope they're enjoying it as much as we are. But yeah, fantastic. Thanks a million, guys.
Brilliant. Well, listen, for me, I've thoroughly enjoyed catching up. The stories are fantastic. I'm going to go catch up with the videos that I've missed. And if we get the opportunity to do another check-in on the homeward stretch, then we can. But enjoy ABBA. Enjoy your adventures onward, and stay safe. I think that's the most important message on behalf of the people that you've thanked, because that's what they would want me to say is stay focused, stay sharp. Don't be watch out. I'm guessing the reindeer will be in the past almost now, but yeah, watch out for those snakes, the bears, the wolves, and the bombs.
Brilliant.
Thanks.
Okay. What's the plan for this evening? Is it an early start?
Champions League.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Man City, Real Madrid.
We
Right.
can't leave too early tomorrow because it's raining till about 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's going to be a bit of a later start. So yeah, maybe have a beer or two tonight watching the football.
Just chillax.
Well, enjoy it. You have most certainly earned it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Graham. Thank you very much, matey.
Cheers, Graham.
Gents, you're welcome. A pleasure. We shall speak to you soon. Take care.
Cheers.
All right. See you later.
Cheers, bud.
Bye.